Hello friends and welcome back to CryptoSunday, the place where we do an analysis of the market and the current situation. We discuss the important things that have happened in the last week in the crypto world, and we will share a lot of other valuable information. We are already at the 8th edition, and that gives me immense joy. We've been together for 8 weeks. If you are among our paying members whom I want to thank from the bottom of my heart, you will see this clip on Sunday, and for the others it is absolutely free one day later. If you want to help this channel, you can choose to become a member of the channel using the join option. You can find a link in the description of the video. As a token of gratitude for those of you who have made this gesture, we offer some videos 24 hours faster, starting with VIP members. This is just one of the benefits of being a member. This little support you give us is very important to us, and we will try to reward these sponsors more and more. The video is created on Saturday night to be available on Sunday, so all market indicators are taken into account on the night of January 1st. The first thing I want to look at to determine our position is the index of fear and greed. If you do not know what this index is and how it works, I invite you to watch CryptoSunday episode 7, in which I explain very clearly these things, even how and where this data is collected. It shows the value of 21 today, which means severe fear. This means that we are in a very good time for accumulation. In times of market panic, uninformed people tend to sell at a loss and educated and informed investors buy from others, accumulating as much as possible. When the index goes in the opposite direction and shows us values close to 100, then people are overwhelmed by a huge greed and buy, although in general the prices of cryptocurrencies are extremely high. That is the right time for experienced investors to mark profits and sell their investments. In general, after high values of this index, there is a correction of prices, and after low values as now there is an increase. I repeat that this happens in general and not always. And the consequences are not immediate. The increase I am talking about may come tomorrow, or in 2 months, or just as well we may have a sudden decrease first and then an increase. One thing is for sure, we will have growth, and Bitcoin will exceed its maximum values in the past. No one can say exactly when this growth will take place, taking into account the economic and health context in which we are currently. As in any upward or downward trend, there are several projects that defy the trend and go against it. We have several projects that have grown by over 300% in the last 24 hours. But also projects that in the last 24 hours have decreased in value by almost 90%, which is a lot. If we talk about the percentage, the decreases are much stronger than the increases. A 1,000% increase will raise the price of a token from $1 to $10, and a 90% decrease will lower the token price from $10 to $1. This is how a 90% decrease is the opposite of a 1,000% increase. The next thing that interests us is the total capitalization of the crypto market. As you can see right now on the screen, we are in about the same position as last week, with a total capitalization of over $2,200 billion. Another part of this money has moved to stable coins, and this can be seen in their growing capitalization. This is a sign that large investors have liquidated some positions and are waiting to re-enter the market at the right time. There are more and more new projects. The money is being diluted. We currently have over 16,000 coins listed on Coinmarketcup. Many new projects appear daily, and many of them will not stand. The waves are made directly in order to run away with people's money. Others have frivolous teams that cannot complete the projects, and others, even if they manage to deliver what they promised, are not of interest to the public and do not have the necessary adoption to withstand the market. Unfortunately, the most important aspect of any crypto project is marketing itself. The projects invest huge sums in marketing to speed up the adoption and implicitly the sale of tokens. This means that the real price of many currencies is much lower than how much they are trading now. By comparison, the same thing is happening in the fashion industry. A famous clothing brand sells a $100 t-shirt, and a small suburban shop sells a t-shirt of the same quality for $10. The real price of the t-shirt is $2. At the small store, the difference of $8 is represented by the cost of sale, the rent for the space where the store operates, the seller's salary, and other small costs. Instead, the $100 t-shirt probably costs more than $50 for TV commercials, sponsorships for celebrities and influencers, downtown or mall rentals, in-store luxury, and expensive staff salaries. So buy the same t-shirt that is worth $2, only one is very popular and is 10 times more expensive. The same thing is happening in the crypto industry. There are projects that don't really do anything. Instead, they pay a lot of ads to appear on various YouTube channels, on TV, in boxing galas, on Facebook, and anywhere else they can appear. They sell some of the tokens, and some of the money they earn, half keep them, and the other half do aggressive marketing to generate new sales. Then repeat the cycle. Unfortunately, a lot of YouTubers accept such partnerships that honestly are very well paid. Many YouTubers accept any kind of sponsorship without researching the projects behind the collaboration. They simply give you a presentation for which they were paid and tell you everything they were told to pass on. These cases are not isolated and unfortunately are becoming more frequent. That's why I recommend you to be careful what YouTube channels you watch, but especially to be careful what you do with the information after you receive it. It is your duty to separate the truth from the lie because not all people are well-meaning. Let's take a look at Maiar Exchange, which, as you already know, is my favorite exchange. According to exchange statistics, we currently have $1 billion in liquidity on the exchange. This liquidity does not take into account the locked MEX tokens that amount to another $1 billion. The exchange tells us that on farms we currently have a value of more than $2 billion. As we can see on the chart, the liquidity value remained constant in the last week. Although prices have fallen slightly in the last week, this shows that people continue to invest regularly in this project and bring money to the exchange. On the right side of the screen we have a chart with the trading volume of Egold from the last 24 hours, and we have a candle for each hour to see which are the peaks and which are the periods that are still traded the least. We have a daily trading volume of $17.3 million for Egold, priced at $242 per piece, and an exchange liquidity of over $530 million. MEX is currently trading at $0.000608, has a daily trading volume of over $5.3 million, and has as liquidity on the exchange, MEX worth approximately $400 million. For USDC, we have a daily trading volume of $8.7 million, and we have $69.6 million available on the exchange. Then we have the youngest token on this exchange, the RIDE token, which is trading today at a price of $1.99, with a daily trading volume of $3 million and a liquidity of $65.5 million. Then we can see the liquidity in the liquidity pools, Egold MEX, Egold USDC, and Egold RIDE, which also add up to another $1 billion. Over 75% of the liquidity is in the first farm, namely in Egold MEX farm. Then we can see the interest rates for those who deposited liquidity on these farms, and the differences between rewards if you choose to receive MEX or locked MEX. For the Egold MEX farm, those who choose to receive MEX rewards have an APR of 20% today, and those who choose to receive locked MEX have an APR of 301. For the Egold USDC farm, those who choose to receive MEX rewards have an APR of 20% today, and those who choose to receive locked MEX have an APR of 211. And the Egold RIDE farm is by far the most profitable at the moment. Those who choose to receive MEX rewards have an APR of 83% today, and those who choose to receive locked MEX have an APR of 305. Next, I want to tell you something about Web 3.0. But before that, I want to take a little time off and remind you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If we keep analyzing graphics, 70% of those who watch these videos are not subscribers. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next videos full of useful information. You've probably heard more and more about Web 3.0 lately, but no one has told you what they mean. So I will tell you briefly how we can define this new version of the Internet. Web 3, also known as Web 3.0, is an idea for a new iteration of the World Wide Web that incorporates decentralization based on blockchains. Some technologists and journalists have contrasted it with Web 2.0, wherein they say data and content are centralized in a small group of companies sometimes referred to as big tech. The term was coined in 2014 by Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood, and the idea gained interest in 2021 from cryptocurrency enthusiasts, large technology companies, and venture capital firms. Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 refer to eras in the history of the World Wide Web as it evolved through various technologies and formats. Web 1.0 refers roughly to the period from 1991 to 2004, where most websites were static web pages, and the vast majority of users were consumers, not producers, of content. You now have an image of the McDonald's website from the 90s on the screen. Web 2.0 is based around the idea of the web as platform, and centers on user-created content uploaded to social networking services, blogs, and wikis, among other services. Web 2.0 is generally considered to have begun around 2004 and continues to the current day. Terminology. The term Web 3, specifically Web 3.0, was coined by Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood in 2014. In 2021, the idea of Web 3 gained popularity. Particular interest spiked towards the end of 2021, largely due to interest from cryptocurrency enthusiasts and investments from high-profile technologists and companies. Executives from venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz traveled to Washington, D.C. in October 2021 to lobby for the idea as a potential solution to questions about regulation of the web with which policymakers have been grappling. Web 3 is distinct from Tim Berners-Lee's 1999 concept for a semantic web, which has also been called Web 3.0. Some writers referring to the decentralized concept usually known as Web 3 have used the terminology Web 3.0, leading to some confusion between the two concepts. Furthermore, some visions of Web 3 also incorporate ideas relating to the semantic web concept. Specific visions for Web 3 differ, and the term has been described by Bloomberg as hazy, but they revolve around the idea of decentralization and often incorporate blockchain technologies, such as various cryptocurrencies and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Bloomberg described Web 3 as an idea that would build financial assets, in the form of tokens, into the inner workings of almost anything you do online. Some visions are based around the concepts of decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs. Decentralized finance, DeFi, is another key concept. In it, users exchange currency without bank or government involvement. Self-sovereign identity allows users to identify themselves without relying on an authentication system such as OAuth, in which a trusted party has to be reached in order to assess identity. Reception. Technologists and journalists have described Web 3 as a possible solution to concerns about the over-centralization of the web in a few big tech companies. Some have expressed the notion that Web 3 could improve data security, scalability, and privacy beyond what is currently possible with Web 2.0 platforms. Bloomberg states that skeptics say the idea is a long way from proving its use beyond niche applications, many of them tools aimed at crypto traders. The New York Times reported that several investors are betting $27 billion that Web 3 is the future of the Internet. Some companies, including Reddit and Discord, have explored incorporating Web 3 technologies into their platforms in late 2021. After heavy user backlash, Discord later announced they had no plans to integrate such technologies. The company's CEO, Jason Citron, tweeted a screenshot suggesting it might be exploring integrating Web 3 into their platform. This led some to cancel their paid subscriptions over their distaste for NFTs, and others expressed concerns that such a change might increase the amount of scams and spam they had already experienced on crypto-related Discord servers. 2 days later, Citron tweeted that the company had no plans to integrate Web 3 technologies into their platform, and said that it was an internal-only concept that had been developed in a company-wide hackathon. Some legal scholars quoted by The Conversation have expressed concerns over the difficulty of regulating a decentralized web, which they reported might make it more difficult to prevent cybercrime, online harassment, hate speech, and the dissemination of child abuse images. But the news website also states that decentralized web represents the cyber-libertarian views and hopes of the past that the Internet can empower ordinary people by breaking down existing power structures. Some other critics of Web 3 see the concept as a part of a cryptocurrency bubble, or as an extension of blockchain-based trends that they see as overhyped or harmful, particularly NFTs. Some critics have raised concerns about the environmental impact of cryptocurrencies and NFTs. Others have expressed beliefs that Web3 and the associated technologies are a pyramid scheme. Kevin Werbach, author of The Blockchain and the New Architecture of Trust, said that many so-called Web3 solutions are not as decentralized as they seem, while others have yet to show they are scalable, secure, and accessible enough for the mass market, adding that this may change, but it's not a given that all these limitations will be overcome. Liam Proven, writing for The Register, concludes that Web3 is a myth, a fairy story. It's what parents tell their kids about at night if they want them to grow up to become economists. Jack Dorsey, co-founder and former CEO of Twitter, dismissed Web3 as a venture capitalist's plaything. Dorsey thinks that Web3 will not democratize the internet, but it will shift power from players like Facebook to venture capital funds like Andreessen Horowitz. In a 2021 interview, SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk expressed skepticism, saying that Web3 seems more marketing buzzword than reality right now. I also used quotes from Wikipedia in this description. For the complete definition, you can go straight there to read. Because you stayed until the end, of course, and I have a surprise for you. Being the first video posted this year, I would like to give a small gift. 3 people will receive free access for life in CryptoSchool. All you have to do to participate is go to our Facebook page. You can find the link in the video description, and there you will find the details for participation. I want to assure you that it is a 100% free contest, and all participants have equal chances. If there are more than 3 participants, I will draw lots, and if there are 3 or less, they will automatically be winners. You will need a secret word to participate. The secret word for the contest is notebook. The contest ends on January 5th, and the result will be announced no later than the 6th on Facebook and Instagram. What is CryptoSchool? Is a place where you have access to experienced people from the crypto world. It's a place where you can ask technical questions and ask for help before making an important transfer or transaction. It is a place where you have someone you can trust with whom you can talk daily about the problems you encounter in crypto. Who is the CryptoSchool for? It is for those who want to take the first steps in the crypto world safely. It is for those who have problems with creating accounts on certain platforms. It is for those who want to make crypto transfers without making mistakes that will lose all their money. It is for those in the crypto world full of thieves, and without clear laws yet, those who want not to be fooled and deceived. It is for those who want to be constantly educated and always make wise decisions. Who is the CryptoSchool not for? It is not for those who already have years of experience in the field of crypto. It's not for those who know everything about crypto. What will you receive if you enroll in CryptoSchool now? Guaranteed support for your crypto issues. Guaranteed answer to all your relevant questions at least once a day. Crypto news. We announce new projects before listing, only serious projects. We will give useful advice to all members. What you won't find in CryptoSchool. We will not tell you what to invest in or any other direct investment advice. We will not give you the recipe for quick enrichment. How much is a subscription to this school? The cheapest subscription is $2 for a week, and the most expensive is $50 and is for life. These prices are for the first 100 people. We are now 20 peoples there. After occupying these 100 seats, the price will double. How can you pay? Being a project that wants to encourage and help the adoption of cryptocurrencies, the subscription can be paid only with cryptocurrencies. Where can I pay? You will find a link in the description. How long do I get access to the school? You will be added automatically as soon as we receive payment. It should not take more than 5 minutes, regardless of the time you register. A bot does this automatically, and there is no need for anyone from our team to be online. What is the purpose of this school? Our goal is to speed up the adoption of cryptocurrencies in the world, so that we can all enjoy this new technology as quickly as possible. Thank you for staying until the end, and I'm waiting for you in CryptoSchool to ask me questions directly. Below on the screen I leave you another educational video with which to continue your journey.